We're back to making fun of the Cleveland Browns. As we're on Stefanski getting fired watch, we're on Shedeur Sanders watch. We're keeping an eye on that Hawaiian leprechaun, but it was a big day today. It was a moral victory. The Browns took the L, but we got to see more Shedeur Sanders, and we can definitely say he can play in the league. We're going to cover some reactions, but before we dig in, you need to click that subscribe button right now. We're keeping tabs on these quarterbacks, or maybe just quarterback now, for the Cleveland Browns, what they're saying in the media. We're making fun of these coaches. We're making fun of leadership, ownership of the Cleveland Browns and all the mistakes they're making with the practice reps. We're keeping you attuned to that because big media will just put a different spin, and we had all of it throughout training camp right here. Click that button. Stop missing out. But how are you feeling? I know you don't like the loss, but how are you feeling about Shedeur Sanders right now? What is your assessment? Where are the haters at? I can say he threw the pick. He got sacked a couple times. Definitely say that. They talk about patting the ball for some reason a lot of times on the broadcast. They also said a lot of other crazy things. Maybe I'll get to if I can remember it. But I saw a quarterback here that's getting good in the pocket, that's starting to turn into a magician. That magician work, and we're looking at this, and we're looking at what people are saying right now.
He fought, throughout the game, which we knew he would. Obviously, with any young player, Mary Kay, there's going to be ups and downs, and I thought there were some really, really, really good moments. He'll keep learning from some of the plays that he wants back, but some really good moments.
He threw for 364 yards, 42 pass attempts. What happened when Gabriel threw for 50-some pass attempts, 60 dropbacks against the Steelers? What happened there? 4 touchdowns and a pick. He let the rookie show up a little bit. That's fine. That's fine. That's what's supposed to happen during the rookie season. It's a good learning experience. I thought it was a good learning experience playing from behind, getting extra reps, throwing the ball. He looks more comfortable. He looks better every week, like I've been saying. Even last week, he was getting a lot of hate for the 49ers game because nobody really watched that game and how that game went down. But he looked better compared to the Raiders game. He looks better compared to the Niners and Raiders game put together.
I think he did well. I think he looked good. He came up big when we needed him to. And, there's going to be some ups and downs for anyone, especially a rookie. But, he went in there and, he looked composed. He escaped out of some sacks, broke the pocket, made some big-time plays, and just looking for him to continue to grow.
He has more big plays in this game than both those 2 games, plus the Ravens. I'll throw that in there. All combined. He made some big throws today. Stefanski literally just watched Shedeur Sanders execute 2 clutch TD drives, takes him off the field. Yeah, Stefanski's got to go. He's got to go.
What's supposed to happen on that last 2-point conversion?
Yeah, not going to get into all the specifics, Jeff, but obviously did not go as we thought it would.
Why would you take him off?
Yeah, it's a 2-point play. Didn't come through on our first 2-point play. Got to the second 2-point play, we didn't come through, but that's on me.
Like, special teams is on fire. Like, 2 mistakes, maybe more. 2 mistakes I caught. There's probably more that I'm forgetting. But we almost muffed a kick. And then we had another blunder. A fifth round pick thoroughly outplayed the first round. Yeah, first overall pick. Outplayed him. Outplayed Cam Ward. Looked better than Cam Ward. We can definitely say that we're looking at 2 quarterbacks here, and one should have been drafted a lot higher. Well, the other one can't get drafted much higher, but you know what I'm saying. Shedeur was not a 5th-round prospect. We kind of put that to light today. Had a solid game. Stefanski, after pulling out Shedeur Sanders Stefanski's going to catch the jokes today. He's catching the jokes today.
If I'm out there any play, I would wish I would always have the ball in my hand, but that's not what football is. Sometimes you got to run the ball. Sometimes you got to kick a field goal. Everything. That's the game. That's the most important thing is the ball. So in any situation, of course you would want to, but I know we practiced something and we executed it in practice, and we just didn't seem to this day. So I would never go against, kind of like what the call was or anything.
Did it work in practice?
No, we just called it in the game and it didn't work in practice. I don't think you call plays in a game that didn't work in practice.
That's what we're seeing. They lose. No Shedeur Sanders jokes. Maybe something on that pick. Has 360 pass yards, 5 touchdowns, and Kevin Stefanski called this last chance you 2-point play. True story. True. This guy's on here a lot. It
was truly exciting being able to connect with him because I know the season in a lot kind of like hasn't gone the way he wanted to this year. So the fact that, one decision could bring somewhat joy in his life and be able to help the team out overall, that brings me peace, that brings me happiness, So just being able to just see clearly, being able to do what I need, and the staff and everybody helping me and getting me prepared how I need to get prepared for games and everything. I'm just thankful for it.
Yeah, the 2-point conversion. Everybody's going to be talking about that. 31-29. So pretty much different coaching staff, different play call. You might have got the win here.
Very disappointed. You got to give credit to the Titans. They won the game, so they made more plays than we did in the end, but just disappointed to some of the things that happened that game. We expect more from our run defense. The giveaways there, that's not about who we are. We got to protect the ball. We had a punt blocked, and obviously not getting either of the 2-point plays really off is frustrating. So that's on all of us. We own it. Can't hide from it. It's all of us. It's offense, defense, special teams, it's players and coaches will own it. It's frustrating, but we'll move on together. That's what we'll do.
You might have got the Shedeur come back. 364. Dove is a fake aggregator on here.
Definitely on the interception, I'll say I feel we stagnant, I'm trying to get a spark. I'm trying to, so that's all it is. And as the game goes on, as time goes on, and I know my dad mad at me for that, for sure. I know the team, everybody is. But I would say as time goes on, those decisions and those things, will slim down. And we won't be in situations where I have that feeling, like I got to make something happen. So, yeah.
You can't compare him to Dillon Gabriel anymore. Start making those. We're leveling up here. Remember, lack of reps doing this.
It was truly exciting being able to connect with him because I know the season in a lot kind of like hasn't gone the way he wanted to this year. So the fact that, one decision could bring somewhat joy in his life and be able to help the team out overall, that brings me peace, that brings me happiness, So just being able to just see clearly, being able to do what I need, and the staff and everybody helping me and getting me prepared how I need to get prepared for games and everything. I'm just thankful for it.
We say fire Kevin Stefanski every day. Every single day, fire him. This is, yeah. He was in a nut hair shot of winning that game. Moral victory. I said this, I think it might have been the last video or maybe on Thursday, that Sanders needed to go off. Like, he needed to start pushing it. He did. And the reason why, you're looking at the Browns, they're going to clean house. I mean, Stefanski gone means cleaning house, other coaches coming in. Your job, like, you've done things differently. It's about, hey, we got to leave no doubt on the table. And we're closing the gap. I'll just say that. We're close. Where's the haters? Where's the haters at, guys? You guys celebrating with me? Where's the haters at? 314 passing yards, 3 touchdowns. Where's the haters at? Where are you guys at? Where's the guys at that ran to the chat of all the videos on the Ravens game? Thank you for the engagement on that. Where are you guys at now? He lost the fumble. Yeah. There they are. There's the haters. Looks like my hometown. Looks like my hometown. Shedeur Sanders versus the Titans. Heck yeah. Blowing it up. None. And the thing you got to think about, he's got a pretty ball. Look at that. Right there. Right there. That's what we like about him. Just accuracy downfield, pushing it downfield. He's looking better in the pocket. He's getting calmer. He's going through the reads. Everybody's going to tit for tat all these little things. Like, he's got to be quicker. He missed a read on this play. He's missed this on that play. He's patting the ball. The thing about this, you're seeing him incrementally get better every week. Incrementally get better every week. And I said you're going to see rapid development, and it's going to be a snowball's effect. Like I said, it's just going to snowball because you're just going to get more confident. You're going to get a better feel. That's what's going to happen here. It's going to be a snowball effect, and you got some good matchups here. Like matchups I don't expect the Browns to win. But they could win. They could sneak something out as he's snowballing up here. But you got some matchups like the Bears game that you can throw on the Bears. You can throw on the Bears. Stefanski's got to allow him to throw the ball, but you can throw the ball on the Bears. You can throw the ball on the Bengals. Tight ends do well against the Bengals. Guess what? They do well throwing to the tight end. Where are the Shedeur haters at? They ain't here. They ain't here today. They ain't here. They're going to say, oh, man, that's just against the one-win team, still lost. He threw a pick, blah, blah, blah. They didn't watch the game. They'll find an advanced metric chart where he's down here in the bottom corner, not talking about how he's progressing, how he's getting better from game to game, play to play, rep to rep. They'll do that. They'll throw that out there from last week. That's what a lot of haters did last week. I called that out saying, hey, get him some more reps. Give him more opportunities. Let's get a sample with that. Let's get a sample. Let's get an actual sample. We got a sample today. Look what happened. Look what happened. We almost won the game. Almost came back. This is huge for a developmental process here. Just being able to come back, get extra reps throwing the ball, pushing it downfield, not getting handcuffed. I would also want to throw out Quinshon Judkins doing well. Quinshon Judkins playing well. And we hit Jerry Jeudy on that deep pass. I'm going to say this. Nobody's thinking this. You put Jerry Jeudy on Ohio State, he's like wide receiver 3, wide receiver 4. No way he's better than Tate, especially Jeremiah Smith. That's proxy wide receiver 3 at the highest. At the highest. You throw him on Ohio State, he ain't going to beat out Carnell Tate. He ain't going to beat out Carnell Tate's size and ability to break off routes. He ain't going to do that. Like, you think I'm joking? But what has he done in the league so far? What has he really done in the league so far? He's had some moments, but what makes you prove that these young guys here that are elite at the college level ain't already better than him? Like, you think of that. You put him on the Bengals, wide receiver 3 by proxy because he ain't going to beat out T and definitely not going to beat out Jamar Chase. That's what you're working with here. That's it. That's it. And you have practice squad guys out there with them, and the offensive line's banged up, and it's a bad offensive line. I'm excited. Like I said, they're not even going to show the INT. They ain't going to show the INT. That's how good he played. There's so many haters out there that they're hiding right now. They didn't even watch the game. They probably didn't know he threw the pick. Probably just saw the stat. They can't come today. Almost won the game. That's what's happening. Everybody just showing the stats. They didn't watch the game. They didn't see how good he was in the pocket. Like, I ain't going to say he was perfect, but when you look at that contextually, game to game to game, play to play to play, look right there. No, let's go back. Just look. Right here up top. Let's see. No, right here. Watch the pocket. Look, we're just chilling there. I thought he was running back all the time. I thought he was just running backwards to the opposite way. I thought he was a chicken with his head cut off. We're seeing him step up in the pocket. When he's getting sacked, he's stepping up. He ain't retreating. He has to spin out sometimes because that's what you got to do. That's what you got to do sometimes. Trying to create something out of nothing. That's something good quarterbacks have to do sometimes. And sometimes you got to push it downfield and you do throw a pick. I understand them doing that. I understand. There's going to come a time where it's going to get cheesy. It's just going to get cheesy. Give it another year or so, it'll get cheesy. But going back to this, if he sucked, they wouldn't be really doing that. They forgot about it. They'd forgot about it. Stefanski paused the video. You know why? You might have your quarterback of the future. You do, but you might because it's the Browns. You don't know what this front office is going to do. But in my eyes, what I've seen and what you're probably going to agree with me with is that you got a quarterback here you want to build with. You got 2 first-round picks. He's on a 5th-round salary. You want to roll with it, but you do not know what this team's going to do. You don't know. But I'm going to be here breaking down the news with you every day on this. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Stop missing out. Good game, guys. Good game. I'll catch you tomorrow.